Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 3 of the epic and awesome Let's Play / tutorial series for NicTech. Now last week we got Tinker's Construct up and running. Here this week we get to make a pickaxe and a hammer. Now the hammer we're going to just work on generally. Does that make sense? So that means the hammer is going to be something that we're going to do pretty easily. It's going to be a stone hammer, all that stuff. It's going to be very early game, which is where you guys are at. For the pickaxe, however, I'm not going to do something early game. I'm going to make sure you have to go to the nether and do it. But we're going to do that in this so I can show you how to get them and all that stuff. It's going to be difficult, and it's something you aren't going to want early game. I would recommend Googling early game Tinker's Construct pickaxe for something in alternative to this. But whenever you are late game and we've got a jetpack and everything, this pickaxe we're going to be making today is going to be absolutely worth it. So, let's go ahead and get things up and running. First off, we're going to need to make a lot of stuff, and I'm just going to spawn it in. And some of you might be like, Nick, why? And it's just because it's going to be a lot easier for me to spawn it in than actually not spawn it in. And obviously, that's how it is, but yeah. Anyway, so we come here, and I just went to cheat mode and NEI. That allows me to spawn anything in from the side menu over here. So, if we want Tinker's Construct, there's too many stuff in that mod. So, anyway, we need, let's look at our books, actually. So, for the book here, we're going to need a, what's it say we need? Or does it not say in this one? They've got this a little weird. In my opinion, the second one should say what's up, but nevertheless. We need blank patterns, so we need a, I'm gonna write this down, because I don't even know. I always have to Google this. I always have to Google it. I'm being honest, because there's so much stuff. Luckily, we're gonna have it right here for you on one thing. So we need a stencil table, right? Is that what it's called? We're gonna need a part crafter. We do not need a part chest, or a pattern chest, but we need a part crafter. We're going to need a tool forge, not a tool station, tool forge. And we're going to need, that's it. Okay, so it's actually just 3 things. It just seems like a lot more. Well, that's fine. Anyway, let's go ahead and spawn these in, and I'm actually going to do it in general creative. Now, why am I changing my mind? The reason I'm changing my mind is because I want to show you guys the recipes for this stuff. So, the stencil table, right here it is. So, we can make it out of any kind of wood you want, really. It doesn't matter, and it's going to look differently. We'll just use oak wood. All you need for this is a pattern and a piece of oak wood. To get a pattern, you just simply need some sticks and some wood in this formation. So, you can go ahead and get one of those. You're then going to need a part crafter. It's also very easy. So, part crafters, just instead of a still blank pattern, but instead of a broken down wood plank, it's just a piece of unbroken down, you know, wood of whatever kind. It does not matter. And there you have that. However, something that's a little bit harder to get is the tool forge. This requires 4 blocks of iron, gold, of whatever this one is, of diamond, of emerald, of lapis, of ardite, of manulin, of, you know, whatever, copper. It doesn't matter what it is, but you need a full block of something to be able to get one of these. Most likely to use iron or copper. I would recommend copper. You're probably going to have way too much copper anyway. So let's go ahead and get these spawned in. To do that, we're going to need to jump over into creative, and we're going to need a stencil. So we're going to need a stencil table. We're going to need a part crafter. We're going to need a tool forge. And like I said, the copper one is most likely the one you're going to get, so we're going to get that one as well. So there's that, and now we can just go ahead, jump back over in survival, and be good to go. Place these down anywhere. I always place them right around my, this one actually. So if you want to know a pro tip, don't place your tool forge there. Place your tool forge over next to this area, because it's what you're going to be using it most for. So there's that. And boom, that's all you really need. But you're also going to need one small thing, and we'll actually craft these. I know it's a weird concept, but that's going to be these patterns. You should already have these crafted because you've already made those. I'm a little behind here, but that's okay. Go ahead and make these blank patterns, and we'll make a few more. We shouldn't need more than what we're about to make, honestly, ever, in many ways. 28's a lot. So, now we need in the pattern chest. So, first off, I said we're going to make a hammer for beginners. Hammer for somebody starting out who's just now getting started. So to do that, let's go ahead and get my hammer. So let's use this, right? That's the hammer right there. As you can see, hammerhead pattern. Click on that. We're also going to need this, which is the plate pattern, the large plate pattern. So click on that. There you go. Now you've got a hammer pattern and a large plate pattern. You're also going to need a tough tool rod pattern. That's going to be right there. Click on the tough tool rod pattern, and there you go. I'm pretty sure that's all we need for a hammer. How can we check? We can actually go over here to the tool forge, and then click on hammer right over here. See hammer? And boom. As you can see, we need one of these. That's right there. We're going to need one of these, or two of these right there. We only need one pattern, though. And we're going to need a large hammerhead right there. So pretty simple stuff. And now we can go ahead and start getting these made. For the hammerhead, we're going to need some stone. Simple as that. It's going to be a stone hammerhead. It's going to be for easy repairs and all of those things. So we actually don't need to do anything too crazy here as far as the repairs go, right? So Tinker's Construct tools are cool because they're infinitely repairable. You never have to worry about repairing them. They break, you bring them back into the tool forge, and you can repair them super simple. Now, how do we make this? Well, we take our hammer here, put it there, so that's the hammerhead pattern. Then we take the cobblestone, put it there, and boom, we get one stone hammerhead, just like that. Now, we can go ahead and put these into a chest, right? Or something, it doesn't matter. We're just going to put them into a general, normal chest. Some people only like to make pattern chests. Pattern chests are actually useless. You don't need them. You don't need pattern chests. You can just use a normal chest for this. So we can go ahead and put the hammer away, because we've already got our hammer head. Now, for the body of the hammer, this right down here, we're actually going to use paper. What? Paper? Yes, paper. Why? Because it's going to allow us for more modifiers. Modifiers are things that make the hammer better. So we're going to go ahead and use a paper binding. So for paper, not paper binding, get paper thing. So get a 64 stack of paper. How you get paper is, you know, you cut down the sugar cane. So go through, cut down the sugar cane, and then come back, and you'll be able to make paper using the sugar cane. And then once you've got paper, you need to make paper stacks. To do that, just take a group of paper, put it in a 4x pattern like that, and you get paper stacks. It's a little bit involved, but it's okay. Now we can go ahead and sleep because it's nighttime. And then we can go over here and using our part table, build, yet again, a tough hammer rod. Boom, boom, and where's it at? Come on now, don't do this to me. Tough tool rod. How many does it take? What's the material cost? 3? Really, did Tinker's Construct update? This is why you need to make sure you don't put auto updates on your mods and your mod pack, because it happens. So let's go ahead and do this. Hold on. Boom. Maybe it's just normal paper. Maybe I'm wrong. There's an Enderman behind me. Paper. All right. Let's see if it's just normal paper. Let's just see if I am looking like an idiot. And I am. So you just need normal paper. You don't even need paper stacks for that. Awesome. That's even better. So there you go. Paper tough tool rod. And now we can get rid of the paper and that, just like that. So now we can come over here and drop that in. Now it gets really complicated. Not really. It's a little more complicated. We're going to make the plates out of obsidian. One out of obsidian, actually. The other is going to be made out of probably a steel or something, but steel's really hard to get. So if you can get steel, do it. If you can't, you can just make 2 obsidian. And that's actually what we're just going to do. Now, that means we're going to need obsidian. Get obsidian the same way you would in vanilla. Put water over lava, and that's going to make obsidian, or just naturally find obsidian. It's whatever you want to do. We're going to need obsidian for this. First off, however, we need to go ahead and make a large plate out of stone. So let's go ahead and do that. As you can see, we've got one large plate here. And now we want to take this large plate and put it down in one of the casting tables, just like that. And now we want to go ahead and take gold, which we've got over here. We want to take this gold and we want to put it in here like this. Always like to do 6. 6 is like my magic number for some reason. And while we're waiting on that to smelt, we can go ahead, jump into creative, and grab some obsidian out of here, because that's just how we do. We don't do anything legitimately ever. So let's go ahead and grab a bunch of obsidian. Boom. Yeah, we'll do 40 just for good measure. And then back into survival. So while that's melting down, we can go ahead and put, again, 6 obsidian in there, just because, why not? You want to be, you know, have more than not enough. And now, we can come back over here where we have the plate and the crafting table, or the casting table, my bad, and click on this, and it will make a pattern of the gold plate. So, boom, we can now take the gold plate out, or the smooth plate out, and we have a pattern in here. If we click on it, you can see it is a cast or a pattern, just like the ingot is a cast or a pattern. So we'll leave that in there, and we can actually just go ahead and get rid of this stone large plate. We don't need this. It's literally worthless to us now. We don't need that, so just throw it away if you want to. Now, we do need this. We do need the stone hammer. We also do need the tough tool rod. And we're going to need some obsidian plates whenever the obsidian has been smelted, which it is almost done. Let's go ahead and get that that's nasty gold out of there as well. And so, boom. 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 And wait for it. Should be like one more. Yep, there we go. I think that's it. Is that everything? Yep, cool. Now, we can go ahead and using, again, this is not gold, it's a large plate cast. So click on that, put it in the casting table, and then just right-click on the sear faucet, and now it's going to make a cast out of, or like not a cast, an actual large plate out of obsidian, because that is a cast. You'll see it here in a moment. It takes, by the way, a lot of obsidian to do that. So boom, we got a large obsidian plate. Do it again. It's going to give us another large obsidian plate, if there's even enough obsidian in there. It looks like there isn't. There was actually not even enough obsidian in there. Let's go ahead and do another run of 3 obsidian, get that melted, and then we'll be good. We're also going to need some more lava. Just to speed that process up, let's go ahead and grab a bucket of lava real quick, and boom. Let's fill it all the way up. We'll just fill it all the way up, and then now we can get rid of our unlimited lava bucket. Because why not? Boom. And survival. Okay, it's in the water. Alright, so once that's done, we'll be able to actually finish this cast. Now, as you can see in the top, right up here in the center of the screen, the top center of the screen, amount 567 of 1152. That is how much liquid is in there. There is 567, I think, milliliters, I don't know, of a liquid obsidian sitting in this casting table. If we wanted to get rid of it, we could just destroy the casting table, but rather than do that, why not go ahead and just smelt some more obsidian. And if we jump up here, we can actually see once this goes away, these blocks, and it turns into a liquid, we'll be able to go ahead and cast it on out. And there you go. Cast it on out. And wait for it. Boom. There you go. Obsidian plate. Now, we can actually make obsidian ingots by just doing this. So obsidian ingots, we're able to get 2 obsidian ingots there. And boom, boom. Cool, cool, cool. Let's go ahead and clear out our inventory a little bit. I'm going to put all of our cast into here. So that, we can put our patterns into there. Awesomeness. And we can actually go ahead and put a lot of everything else into here if we don't need it for this. The only thing we need for this, you guessed it, is the materials and U books, actually. So materials and U there, and materials and U. We actually don't have volume 2 yet. We're probably about to get volume 2. Anyway, there's volume 1, and we need these 3 things, because those are the 3 things that we're going to use for our hammer. So let's go ahead and, come on now, grab that, and cool. So, paper tough tool rod, click on the hammer, put that in that place, put the stone hammer head there, and put the obsidian plates on both sides, and boom, you now have a terrible looking Tinker's Construct hammer. But using modifiers, we're going to make it better. Look at that durability. That's way less than a diamond pickaxe. We're going to make it better, though. It's going to be about 1,500 or so when it's done. At least it should be, assuming things happen well. Now, one thing a lot of people don't like about this is the mining level is just iron. I agree it's low, but there are better hammers that you can upgrade to overall. This is your starter hammer, the hammer you start with and probably throw away in about 3 hours after using it, right, for 3 hours of mining. So there you go. Let's go ahead and just get this, though. Boom! That's loud noise, though! And now we have a hammer. Let's make this hammer good. To make it good, we're going to need a few things. One, we're going to need to go into creative and get the things we need. One, we're going to need a gold block. So let's go ahead and get a gold block. So gold block. We're going to need 2 diamonds. So diamond. 1, 2. We're going to need 1 emerald. Okay. So 1 emerald. And then we're going to need a bunch of redstone. We're going to get redstone blocks here, just because those can be used. And then now, back into survival. Alright, so first off, we want to take a diamond, put it right here. That's going to add a diamond, and as you can see, that gets it up to 778 durability. So boom, cool. Then we want to take the emerald, put the emerald right here. That's going to give it to 1,167 durability. Still not great, but okay. And then now, that's your durability, right? That's how much durability you're going to have. That's a little more right around where a diamond pickaxe is. So it's not terrible. It's not great either, but it's not terrible. That also raises the mining level from iron to obsidian, which is definitely worth it. And now, that hammer that was meh is pretty kick-ass. However, the mining speeds are very, very slow. Watch how long it takes for us to go mine some cobblestone real quick. Let's go ahead and eat. Eat. So let's run over here and actually mine some cobblestone and just show you how long it's going to take. Not super long, but not quick enough either, right? So let's go ahead and make sure we make it quick enough by adding in a bunch of redstone. What redstone does is speed everything up and make it faster. Where am I getting all this stuff from anyway? Well, it's pretty simple. It's from this smeltery book right here. This mighty smeltery book, I believe. It's going to have all of our stuff in it, maybe? Did they remove this book? I feel like they've removed a very, very important book from the game. And that's the book that told you all of the, like, modifiers and stuff. But lapis adds fortune. Redstone adds haste and increases speed. Those are two that you needed to know. Diamonds add 500 durability. Emeralds make that durability increase 50%. What else? I mean, there's tons of different stuff, and you can Google it online, I guess, because it looks like they've removed that book, sadly. Nevertheless, we can go ahead and take the stone hammer now and put these blocks of redstone next to it. And watch the speed. The speed is currently at 3.28. It's actually currently at 2.42. It immediately increases to 3.28, and we're going to increase it even more. I'm sorry that's so loud. Like, I don't know why that is so loud. And maybe it's just loud to me. I don't know. Let's go ahead and break some of this redstone down here. Cool. And now, as you can see, remaining redstone, we need 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then now we can go ahead and take the redstone again, and we can keep going. As long as we still have modifiers over here, we're good to go, right? So extra modifiers that we can do. As you can see, 1 modifier remaining. Once we add these on, we don't have any remaining. So boom, and then boom, and then finish it on out right like that. So we just increased the speed from like 2.4 something to 7.62, but we're not done. Why did I get a block of diamond or a diamond and a block of gold? Because that gives us 1 more modifier that we can use. So we're going to use that 1 modifier. So we're going to click on this and boom, that now gives us 1 more modifier to add even more redstone or haste to this, increasing the speed from at the beginning 2.4 something to at the end close to 11, if not 11 speed. Yeah, close to 11, 10.82 speed. That we took a hammer that's durability was 200 and speed was terrible and turned it into a pretty decent early game hammer. Let's go ahead, run over here, and see how this works. Come on, run faster. So boom, and then now. Look at that, that's beautiful. That is extremely quick now. So you can hammer away and do some epic strip mining with that. Now, our hammer's got a little bit of damage, right? As you can see, it's not bad yet. A little bit of damage. I don't know what the durability is of it left. So let's do F3 and H. And it's not going to tell us, is it? Nope. But we can run over here and look in the tool forge and see how much durability we have left. So boom, sleep, and how much durability have we used? Probably not a lot. We have used, you know, a 25 durability. But if we wanted to repair this, all we would do is take cobblestone, put it in there, and boom, we are now repaired. The more you wear this thing down, the more cobblestone it's going to take to repair it. Tip about this hammer, it's actually stone bound. Don't repair it all the way. Only repair it up until you can take 1 more piece of cobblestone and repair it, and it's full repaired. Don't repair it full all the way because the stone bound loses its effectiveness if you repair it all the way. It's going to rebuild it. So, there you guys have it. And that is how you can make an amazing early game Tinker's Construct hammer there. Now, I hate to lie to you guys. I do. But I said at the beginning of this I was going to make a pickaxe. I'm not going to do that. Why am I not going to do that? Because I thought about it. We don't need to do late game stuff yet. We are way too early on. We don't even have power yet. Why are we trying to go and get manulin and all that stuff and ardite and cobalt, which most of the time requires you having to fly around and zip around to be able to do. So I'm not even going to do that. Next episode, we're going to work on my patented steam dynamo power system. We're also going to go over the other power systems that are available here. We're not going to show you how to do them, but we're going to show you like what they are, and that way you guys can go look and research those independently. I always use steam power and magmatic power, lava power. But if you wanted to use nuclear power, you could, and I'll show you and point you in a direction of being able to do that in the next episode. So I will see you guys on the other side next week for another episode of the NicTech tutorial / Let's Play. Woo! Awesomeness! If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Again, I'm NicTech. Thanks for watching, and I'm out, guys. Peace. And here's some videos you guys might want to go check out. Down that we've got how to make a mod pack. It's an epic series. It's like 5 parts in at this point on how to make your very own mod pack. Go check it out. And on the other we've got Modtastic, which is an epic and awesome weekly modded Minecraft Let's Play series. It's a lot like this one, except instead of it allowing me to cheat stuff in, I have to get it all legitimately, and we're pretty in-depth into that, and you can kind of see how far you can take a tech mod pack. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm NicTech, and I'm out, guys. Peace.